Move over Logan versus Kendall, as this episode was all about Shiv versus Roman. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So in this video we are going to be reviewing Succession Season 3 Episode 6, which was a very politically charged episode and really brought the Democrats versus Republicans debate and conversation into the world of Succession. And I really liked how all of the different family members had very different and differing opinions and very emotionally charged opinions as well. And it was just really interesting and fascinating just seeing all of this playing out across this episode, and our very own Kendall Roy himself could even be a potential candidate for the next president. And I'm going to be breaking all of that down and more in this episode review. So like I said, this episode fully centered around who the next potential president is going to be, and I thought it was really interesting and fascinating how they really shone a light and had some social commentary on how influential and how somewhat unfair the landscape and the world is for the top 1%. And I absolutely loved all of the very passionate perspectives that you could see coming from the Roman character as well as from the Shiv character. I mean, some of those scenes really did make you feel uncomfortable, which definitely was the purpose of what the creators of this show was trying to do, as there were such opposing perspectives and you really don't like what the opposition is saying. And I just feel like they communicated that really well with this episode. There was obviously also some business stuff going on in the background, mainly coming from the Kendall Roy character, as he is quickly finding out that actually his evidence isn't as clear-cut or as explosive as he once thought, which even led this character to get a new lawyer, even though Lisa was quote-unquote the best in the business, which I just thought was such a brilliant line. And I really thought it was really fascinating how originally in episode 1 everybody wanted Lisa, and now even though Kendall got her, he is now trying to get a new set of lawyers, which I think is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. As well as this, he's really trying to make his evidence a lot more stronger by this time going to the Tom character and trying to influence him by getting him to stab Logan in the back. And I absolutely love Tom's response, which is, look Kendall, you have been burnt a lot by this family and I've never seen the Logan Roy character, which I think is also really interesting social commentary again on how untouchable the people at the top are. And then on top of all of this, Kendall is still keeping close to his chest what he's going to do with the Greg character. Maybe if he gets really desperate, he is going to chuck him under the bus. And in particular in this episode, you really got to see how desperate Kendall is to really get the Logan Roy character completely pinned for this and really send him to jail. And this episode also reintroduced us to another character that we haven't seen in quite a long time, which is the kid's mother, who is now getting remarried to another person. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this storyline hopefully playing out in the next couple of episodes. But like I said, from a storyline point of view, mainly it was to do with all of the political stuff with a little bit of business storyline going on in the background. So overall, episode 6 of season 3 of Succession wasn't necessarily my favourite episode, but I really appreciate the fact that they wanted to shine a light and really bring the political angle into this storyline and into this world. And I think it's also really interesting how in the first half of the season, there were very stripped back scenes and very few people in a room, whereas now you can see that all of the COVID regulation must have eased up a little bit at the time of filming, as there were quite a lot of people in the room. So it really is returning back to the original way of filming, which I think is really great. So those are all of my thoughts on episode 6 of season 3 of Succession. Now I'd love to hear from you, so please let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. Otherwise I look forward to seeing you in my next video.